In Missouri Capitol Watch, a new report outlining a months-long investigation of Missouri Speaker of the House, Dean Plocher. The St. Louis Republican has been under the scope of the House Ethics Committee. Plocher is the subject of at least one complaint accusing him of receiving state reimbursements for campaign spending. That is against the law. Plocher claims it was a clerical error and returned the money. The speaker is also under scrutiny for his aggressive pursuit of a state contract with a software company, which he's accused of threatening to have a House staffer fired. The House report says Plocher actively obstructed the inquiry and also pressured witnesses. Now, neither Plocher nor any of the Republican leadership will comment at this point. The committee recommends updating ethics investigation processes to prevent a sitting House Speaker from quashing an inquiry.